not about Downton Abbey. I know that's disappointing. Actually, I want to talk about autism. I've spent almost my entire adult life working with people who have autism, and most of my education has been in the treatment of autism. On top of that, I also have a diagnosis of autism, which I feel gives me kind of a unique perspective on the treatment of autism and advocacy. Autism is a huge range. Of somebody with autism could be totally different from the strengths of another person with autism. So while there are obviously diagnostic requirements for autism that must be met before a diagnosis is made, these symptoms can be so varied and can express themselves in so many different ways over a person's lifetime. Applied behavior analysis, or ABA, is currently the only evidence-based treatment available to people who have autism. ABA is the science of behavior that's used to teach skills. Academic skills, life skills, communication skills. The skills that people need are different. For somebody like me, I needed to learn how to do more than one thing at a time, how to socialize, how to have a back and forth conversation or tell jokes. It's a good thing I learned that one because I'm hilarious. Other skills that somebody might need to know are how to communicate vocally, non-vocally. Many children don't know how to speak until they start therapy. How to read and write, how to brush their teeth, how to use the toilet, how to eat solid food, how to respond to their own name. Even though autism is this huge range, ABA can be used to teach a variety of skills. The only evidence-based way to teach these skills right now. Mental skills. These are crucial life skills that somebody needs in order to be independent. It's easier to teach these skills when somebody is very young, but ABA can be used across somebody's lifespan. Teaching to be most successful, most children will need between 20 and 40 hours a week of ABA therapy. To be effective, you also need trained professionals to provide ABA care. All of this is really expensive. The amount of hours put into treatment, the facilities required, the resources people need in order to provide adequate treatment, the training, and employing people who are qualified to do it. Imagine having to pay for that on your own. For some families, it's as much as $80,000 a year. And again, these are not superfluous things. These are very basic skills that are being taught, such as learning to speak. So there are two problems in Ontario right now. The first is that there's a huge demand for funding for treatment. And the second is that there's a huge wait list of children waiting for treatment. This week, the government announced a new plan that they would be eliminating the wait list by significantly reducing the funding for families. Taking the money that is allocated for funding and they're spreading it out very thinly between families so that they will each get some money, but not enough to achieve adequate care. This includes a cap of $5,000 for children who are above the age of 6. That means for families that are paying $80,000 a year to treat their children, they will not be receiving more than $5,000 in funding. It amounts to about $16 a day. The money is going to be available for things like respite and technology, which are definitely needed services for people who have autism, but spreading things out like that leaves less money for the treatment that actually teaches the skills. Right to be as independent as they can be, to access as much as they can from life and from the community. And that the government has just come out with, it will get rid of the wait list, but it will provide insufficient and inadequate treatment to the people who really need it. They're giving the most money to children under the age of 2, and most children are not diagnosed at that age. It usually comes later. Imagine being denied the right to independence. Families are upset. This is why families are protesting this week. This is why providers are upset, because we're seeing clients that need services lose them. Bad. Everything about it is bad. That's what's happening in Ontario. Don't even get me started on the insurance stuff that goes on in the States. When I was down there, you guys are, thank you, Pex, thank you.